back exercises is a row. I like to do a row with a neutral grip because I seem to recruit more muscle fibers when I contract. I feel that it's important to have a very developed back, especially as a bodybuilder, because it's one of the most important body parts to set your shape up with the traps from behind, the thickness, builds your V-taper, and just overall I think it's very important for your appearance if you're trying to be symmetrical and a bodybuilder like me. Jim Brown. I'm from Tampa, Florida. I'm a co-owner of Optimized Life Nutrition. We have a supplement called EMF, which is a nootropic formula. I'm also the creator of SuperTraining. That's an online training course that you can take. I co-authored 2 books, the Testosterone Optimization Therapy Bible and the Metabolic Blowtorch Diet. So we do something a little bit different. We're going to have these guys do a pull-down movement and then a row movement. We're going to have them warm up, get comfortable with weight, and then do first set to positive failure, somewhere between 15 to 20 reps. We're going to do a rest pause set, so we're going to set the weight down, take 3 deep rests, and then go to positive failure again. Werewolf thing, tucking your back, like some monster that has these wings tucking them behind your back.
I feel it more when I do this.
Yep.
And then trying to hold that.
Yeah.
On the way up.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You full rep range, and then I like to play with the eccentric part of it, just because I make a connection with the lats and my scapula pulling apart better. Movements here, right? So I couldn't really tell because you're so pumped. I didn't really see your shoulder blades move a lot, but no, seriously. But there's almost 2 movements, right? There's a beginning, and then the contraction. So just make sure you're at a full extension before you start the movement.
Is it the same idea as your scapula? Kind of like
yeah, you want scapula movement.
Yeah.
Because you see guys do this and not move their scapula.
They're doing all hip hinging.
Yep. That particular grip, and if I control the descent like that, really it's upper back, it's rhomboid for me, a little bit of lat, but yeah, rear delt in the hold, it's different, and I feel biceps too.
Like shoulder, a little bit of shoulders, like everything just all lit up. How often do you do, so like you're doing back today, when's the next time you're gonna do back?
Like Saturday.
Okay. Is it because you do Tuesday, Saturday, or is it just because you like to keep it like
travel
5 days
schedule,
apart?
Yeah. Travel schedule kind of messed it up, but I'll do it every 3 days.
Okay.
Something like that. I'll start out somewhere 15-20 is going to be my first set to failure. We're doing breathing, we're doing rest pause, so as soon as he's done, he's going to set the weight down, take 3 or 4 or 5 breaths, and then he's going to do it again. So your first rep range could be 15 to 20, your second one's going to be 6 to 8, possibly. But I hit all the rep ranges between 20 and 6 if I do a working set. Yep.
Let's say you do your second set, right? And let's say you hit 20 on the first one. What is your second one that you go to?
Yeah, if it's a big compound movement, it's not going to be a lot. If it's a small isolation movement, you probably get a little bit more, but that's kind of how we hit all the rep ranges.
That rest pause.
You can almost over-exaggerate that too and lean back a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Oh! That's a shit. There it is.
Like Smoke getting ready for a bodybuilding competition.
Been ready.
Well, you can. I mean, I try to balance activation with recovery, but if I go deep on these and I'm doing 3-4 sets to failure, I can't recover.
True.
And then I can't hit back in another 3 days. So.
True. I'll recover for the next workout.
Yeah.
I see.
Perfect. And then at the top there, turn almost a little bit like
Throw the
that.
pinky.
No.
Not quite.
Kind of that
Oh,
movement.
out?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Like wrist?
Yep.
Okay.
So as you come up,
Okay.
There we go. Okay. You're doing everything to get away from that.
Okay. I'm warmed up.
Yeah, Smokey compared to Jim.
I mean, that's a fair comparison.
And Emilio and Smokey combined compared to Jim.
17?
Try mine.
17 at the peak.
Try mine.
I don't think that's a peak.
That's the trend. in
That's
this bicep.
bad. 17.
Emilio.
18.2.
Yeah, right. He got 18s? Still got you beat. Don't look at me like that.
Yeah, well look he's got another 2 heads.
I don't want to just approach a man with. Look how big your biceps are.
that is kind of weird. Let's see how big your biceps is. Pretty much what he had.
Is this a good bicep? It's
a good bicep.
He's got you beat.
Ooh, my goodness. What is that?
19 and a half.
Really? He got 20s.
Pointy, man.
Number 20s. I know 20s when I see him.
They're a little bigger at one point.
Hard in the moment.
It's miserable.
Miserable, but after you don't feel.
What do you feel like?
I feel like I haven't really done much, but I know the second if I went to go curl something right now, I'd be wrecked.
Yeah.
But I can see, I see the benefit. If I can do back and buys again in 3 days, then if I can double the amount of volume, essentially the amount of stimulus I can do per week.
Yep. Just trying to recreate or to create that stimulus and recovery, rebuild, adapt.
Do you struggle, as someone who really enjoys like working out, do you struggle with not going too hard in the gym? Or do you
Yeah,
just,
man. I mean, I could stay and add volume for sure. But I'm pretty disciplined at
You've seen the results, you realize that if you kill yourself, you're going to be screwed 2 to 3 days later, so you can't push it again and add the volume to your training
it's
over time.
a discipline to pull back a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, thank you very much for showing us. I really appreciate it.
Man. It's
That
fun.
was awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
You guys did good, man.
Thank you.
Hopefully you picked up a little tweak here and there or something
Yeah,
to use. But
I definitely, I usually leave these guys on accessories. I definitely will incorporate the rest pause sets and stuff.
Yeah.
And do those more often.
Yeah, it's something different.
Yeah, I do like that a lot.
How do you feel we're going to be able to use this for powerlifting and strength training?
Well, so much of powerlifting and strength training is being recovered for the next training session. So doing this, which was I'll wait to see how I feel tomorrow and the next day, but I imagine it's going to be low impact. For example, last Tuesday we did 8 sets of rows, 8 sets of pull-ups. So we did 16 sets, relatively heavy, and pretty wrecked for a few days. So, which we bench in 2 days. So in 48 hours or less than 48 hours, we're benching heavy. So it plays a toll. So to get the stimulus and probably maybe be able to do some back on Thursday even or Friday.
Yep.
Will add up over time.
It's a different feel too, man. Like when I hit everything twice a week, I feel bigger.
Yeah.
My muscles feel fuller. I'm pumped all the time. It's a pretty cool feeling as compared to destroying yourself and then coming back in a week and doing it. But it's different.
Yeah. Yeah, the discipline aspect is going to be the hard part.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't have any discipline.
Me neither.
We do. It's just in the different direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, the training and results kind of don't always go together. It's that work smarter, not harder. But smarter is harder than
We can let out the dragon in here. It's easier. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So we had Jim Brown here, and he took Team ST through some back and bicep training. Typically, we go through quite a bit of volume. I love accessories, so I always kind of go off the script and push it a little too hard.
Yeah.
So the team did our deadlifts, then we hopped in with Jim, and he took us through a barbell row.
That's right.
Where we did one warm-up set, and then we jumped into a set of 15 to 20 reps, followed by about 3 or 5 second rest, followed for another set of failure. We then jumped over to lat pull-downs, where we did the same thing. We did 15 to 20 reps, basically failure, and then took a rest.
Okay.
During all these movements, we're doing a complete full range of motion. There's no half reps. It's full extension, full contraction. And then we finished off with our rear delts and upper back with chest supported hammer row, and then we moved on to some biceps.
Gotcha. And you had them guys doing a hang in between the.
Yeah, so
row.
once the muscle belly's full, then you do a forced stretch or a weighted stretch afterwards.
Okay.
And I do that with every muscle group. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty full.
Strength is never a weakness. Weakness never a strength. Catch you guys later.